What's up, figure freaks? Gingervice75 coming at you with another action figure review. Today we're doing the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Nemesis X-Men wave Cyclops in his X-Factor attire. It's a little upgrade from the last figure, which was the blue and white. Now we have the blue and the yellow. The blue and the white, I just sold that guy off after I heard this one was dropping. And I just remember the blue was very metallic and shiny, and this is more of a matte finish on the blue. Let's get back here. We got a nice little picture of Cyclops. Forgive the light ring there. And then we got a little reader here. A leader of the X-Men, Cyclops becomes a founder of a new team called X-Factor. Oh, real original there, Cyclops, after being reunited with Jean Grey. And then we got the rest of the wave here. This is the final figure that I had to get to finish the set and to finish the Build-A-Figure Nemesis. So we're going to put that together. After I'm done with this, I'm going to swing right into the Nemesis Build-A-Figure review, and it's going to be a rating of the wave. So I'm going to rank them, I guess, 1 to 8. Really? 8 figures with the Build-A-Figure? Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the Wolverine, and 8 with the Build-A-Figure. Wow. So totally worth it. He's coming with an alternative head that you can plug in a blast effect and then a actual like blast from the blast effect. And of course we got the right arm of Nemesis with the little blaster on the end. It's pretty rad. And then we got alternative hands. He comes with the fists affixed to the figure, and he comes with the little pointer fingers that he presses his visor with and makes it zap you in the head. And then we got a open clasping kind of hand. So let's bust this guy open. All right, here we got him still in the plastic molding. We got the 2 blast effects up top here. Down here we got the 2 heads. We got the arm of Nemesis and then the alt hands. He looks pretty solid, all pinless. Awesomeness. Out of the box, I gotta say I like this figure a lot. Now, it's not perfect. It has issues for sure. But it's still a very strong figure, and I'm going to say I'm biased because I like Scott Summers' Cyclops that much. It's still a very, very awesome figure, and I love it. The blast effects are dope, and I could maybe predict that this was going to be the figure of the wave, like the top one. Except there's one figure that's standing in his way, I think. And that's, well, this guy. So we have a Build-A-Figure completed. I'm super stoked. We're gonna have to pan out for this big boy. Nemesis. We're gonna pop this guy on there. Now this is, you know, he's basically the same as Genocide and Holocaust. Come on, let's go get in there. But this guy is very, like, much more, I would say, mechanical, perhaps, where the other previous Build-A-Figure for Holocaust was more, like, I don't know, was it like an energy shield? And I mean, there was some more, it seemed more organic to me. What's going on here? Why can't I plug this shit in? All right, that took some pushing, man. Seriously, I thought it was like broken or something. It just, I would press it and it just kept falling out. But wow, this figure is really dope. So the hose comes affixed to his, pretty much his tricep here. So it's already fastened in there. And then basically you can plug them into either one of these holes, but I would recommend going with this one because it's closer and then he'll have more range. So plug it in up there. I kind of wish that there was like another hole to put my tube in, like here or something, just because, I don't know, there's these two things and it looks like they have their own separate use, but whatever. That's not bad. And before this turns into a Nemesis review, because it's not, and I'm totally stoked about Cyclops, so it's a good day today because I finished this figure and I got my Cyclops. This figure's awesome. I don't know if it's gonna get a 5, but it's getting more than a 4. So let's set that aside for now and get back to Cyclops. All right, let's do a quick little rundown of the articulation of Cyclops. It's standard, you know, head, and then we'll get into the accessories and stuff. Got the yellow paint down there on the hinge, which is unfortunate, but it's acceptable. It's just, at least they don't have the pins now where you'd get, back in the day, you'd get yellow pins right here for this yellow body. But pinless, double jointed, wrist twist and pivot. We got the stomach crunch, waist twist, does the splits, thigh cut, double jointed knees. Come on. Almost pulled off the boot there. Boot cut. And of course, we got the pivot and the rocker. Come on. Down at the ankle. Paint is somewhat of an issue. The butterfly joints, I know that the paint kind of rubs off, but it looks like it's almost like a different, maybe they just went less coats because they're like, it's going to rub off anyways. So they're like, we're happy with this, but I'm not. You know, maybe it doesn't look half as bad. I think it looks better on camera actually, but you can see little scuffs here and there where the yellow is, especially on this side. This side is okay, but then you got like kind of some blue almost bleeding through up here on the shoulders a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, but I sure as fuck can. But that's about all I have for issues on the Cyclops. I'm gonna get him into a position here with this blast effect. So paint is decent, articulation's pretty great. Oh, he looks down really far, look at that. And he looks up. So you can almost do this thing where he's flying. All right, I'm gonna put him in a pose, but first we're gonna bust out the ruler. See how tall this guy is. I think he's supposed to be like 6'1", 6'2". And he is what? 6 and a quarter inch, I'd say. Maybe a little less, yeah? Just less than 6 and a quarter inch. I would have liked him a little taller. Oh well. Also just wanted to point out that this head sculpt is great, and I hope they do use something like this for the like the uncanny blue suit. I'm thinking that we're gonna get that for the new X-Men 97 wave. Because at the end of the season, you know, they all throw on their old duds, like Wolverine throws on the brown and beige, and Cyclops throws on his old suit with the swashbuckler boots and just like the solid blue almost from like head to toe. And that's basically what this is, but I think these little like earpieces here, this little round part should be yellow as well, and maybe like do some apps on there where it's like almost like a shadowing effect, like there's some circular stuff going on there, maybe like a dial where he kind of has to be like to turn on his or widen his visor so he can shoot at a wider range. But anyway, this is a nice head sculpt. Here we got Cyclops in position. He's gonna be blasting away on Apocalypse or Sinister or someone like that, maybe his brother Havoc. He's being a little bitch. And here are the blast effects, and these connect, and then this part connects to his eyepiece. Now I'm having a little problem here. So there's this little indentation here, and it plugs in here, and there's a little piece here that kind of pops out, and this indentation is supposed to kind of wrap around that. It does, but it doesn't get it to fit in terribly tightly, which is kind of a bummer. See, it just falls off. So we're going to try something here. Let's put in the I-beams first. I'm going to have him looking up a little bit more. What the heck? We have to do it this way. Is this way the right way? There we go. There we go, I think. Sorta, maybe. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think I got it now. Looking up just a tad more. That looks pretty wicked. Where he's like shooting almost like off screen. I have to take a picture of that. That looks freaking sweet, man. We're gonna move this stuff back a tad. Get these guys out of the way. And then we're gonna move this guy back and camera zoom up just a tad, and then we're gonna put this on and see if it holds. Otherwise, it might need some goo or some glue or something to keep it on there, but it seems like it's very lightweight. But then when I add it on, he's having a problem with standing, so I'm going to have to adjust the ankles. There we go. That looks pretty wicked, I must say. That's awesome. All right, I'm loving this figure. Now, let's see what happens when we put him up against the big bad here. Get it up against his chest. There we go. Almost looks better without without anyone else in the picture. But it pulls off the effect quite nice. I think it's a good idea. It's definitely going to score some points from me for this figure. All right, let's do some comparisons. Right now with paint, just one of the setbacks. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I mean, the blast effect doesn't snap in correctly, perfectly, but it is what it is. I'm going to give this figure a 4.3. 4.3. Boom. All right, let's do some comparisons. Oh, and just real quick, I wanted to show you guys the hands. So he has the two fists, obviously. There's that fist. And then he's got the pointer with the two fingering fingers, you know, kind of like dialing in with his visor up there. And then you got this one, which is kind of a clasping hand, or if he's kind of just going, gee, no, or whatever. You could do that kind of pose, like where he's like, oh no, gee, Scott. So we'll put those away, and then we're going to bring in some figures for some comparisons. All right, well, someone with two thumbs needs to learn or branch out with his posing. Because 5 of my 6 Cyclops figures all have their left hand up on their visor. So, but hey, they include that hand for a reason, right? Goddamn right. So here we have the original suited Cyclops. This is a pretty old figure. I'd say at least 10 years old by now, but still stands up. But I want this figure with the new style swashbuckler boots, all pinless. And this is a very nice head sculpt, honestly. I would take this one again in a second And then back here we got, I can't remember what wave this was part of, but it's an okay figure. Here's the love triangle with the bomber jacket. I love this figure. I just don't like these loose straps. Look at that shit. That shit slid down to the ankle. Annoying. Then we got the astonishing Cyclops, which I think is a wonderful figure. I love this little effect, the kind of smoke coming off there. All pinless, super solid, just looks like sleek and badass. I was really into the X-Men when he was wearing this suit, and I know it when he was kind of dealing with X-Force, when it was like the Clayton Crane art. I can't remember who was writing, maybe it was Zeb Wells, but it was when like Wolverine and Warpath and Domino, maybe Wolfsbane were a part of X-Force, and he was wearing this, and I just like the way they drew it. Anyways, and here's the X-Men 97 figure, which is a really nice figure. So I'm hopeful that we get something like this combined with something like this. I want this look over again. So please, Hasbro, please. We all want it. We all really want it. So that is my Cyclops love collection right there. All right, what we got here is the entire Summers family minus Rachel. I'm hoping that we can get a Excalibur Hound version of Rachel. I would love to get like those fiery wings that attach onto her arms or her wrists, and she could have some kind of flame effect maybe on her back, but she has the spiked arms and the spikes going down the legs, and then also like the shorter hair with the lines on the face that kind of lead into her eyes. I always liked that. I want to say it was like Uncanny 185 or 187 when she showed up, and I know she was like an X-Man by like issue 201. But that's when I was really reading Uncanny like hardcore. I was really into those books as a kid. So we're just gonna go down the line here. We got Madeline Pryor, which is the X-Men 97 figure. Pretty cool. She is a clone of Jean. I like this figure. It also came with Baby Cable. We got Corsair, which I think was part of the Chad Build-A-Figure set, which is his teammate on the Starjammers. He is Cyclops' Havoc and Vulcan's daddy. Really nice figure. Very solid offering here. We got Havoc. Older figure, was part of the Juggernaut wave. Of course, we got the Cyclops, and then we got Jean, also from X-Men 97. We got Vulcan, where this body sculpt is now the standard for male, regular-sized, bodies. We used to call it the Bucky Cat mold, because they all got that same mold, and that was an inferior figure, but it was kind of the standard for a while. Now we have a higher standard. Then we got, we got X-Man, Nate Gray from Age of Apocalypse wave. I believe he was part of the Sugar Man wave. I could be wrong. And he is an alternate version of Cable. And then all of a sudden here we got Cable, the newer one from the Zabu Build-A-Figure wave, and this figure is awesome, and it's expensive, so I'm glad I got my hands on one before it blew up. I got a Action Force gun that he's using here with a blast effect, and he is Cyclops and Madeline's son. So there you have it. What did I give him for a rating, the Cyclops? 4.3. We'll give it like a 4. I'm going to give him a 4.3. Just because the paint, maybe a couple points back from that, but it's a very nice figure. So I'm a Cyclops mark, so I'm always gonna be kind of, you know, that's just Cyclops is like one of my favorite X-Men. I would say Colossus is number one, then Cyclops, so I'm a little biased. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of Cyclops. We're gonna have the Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave review coming up here soon, probably this weekend, and then we're gonna rank the figures from the wave in the same video. I'm not going to make another video for that. So we'll be doing that next. It'll probably drop tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you can. We'll see you soon. All right, guys. Peace out. Cut. Hey, just to let you all know, if you press really hard with this blast effect against the other blast effect, it does snap in. So I heard it kind of pop. Now it's locked in. Much more happier. I'm going to raise my ranking or my rating to, I'm going to do a 4.4 now. All right. All right. Thanks again, guys.